Hello, it's Andy Graham of mygrandbassam.com. I'm in Grand Bassam, and this year, 2012, in July, I guess they declared Grand Bassam a World Heritage Site, which makes a lot of sense because it should be. UNESCO, I'll try to give you some links to this stuff, but what this means, there's like 800, maybe 900 of these locations on the planet, and they try to protect it by declaring it a World Heritage Site, or a kind of a building thing. I'm going to start out with this building. I'm going to try to do one of these a day. I know some of you would consider it quite boring, but in the sake of preserving history, I'll do it anyway. Okay, this is a what I would, as best I can surmise, this seems to be about the oldest building in this thing. What this is we're on a lagoon, and on one side there's water back behind that thing, and then on the other side is the ocean front. And somehow the French set up a series of buildings to probably, you know, bring things in, settle, warehouse, do all sorts of stuff. This particular building, I'm not going to tell you I know how old it is, although it's somewhere around, probably around. There's a lot of buildings that were built around 1893. This one I think was built earlier, so maybe 1850, 1860, 1870, but who knows for sure. I'm going to try to hopefully allow a lot of the readers, and then maybe after I collect more information I can do this video again and give you a better thing. This, I believe, is a Second Empire building. If you look at the top, I think it's called a Mansford roof. My understanding was that Napoleon actually taxed people by the height of their building. So to add a third floor on it, they actually lowered. ¿Cómo? This is one of the beautiful little girls of Grand Bassam. Ah, pas c'est bon. Merci. There's a lot of children in here. They're all from the Nizama. Most of them right here on this end is from the Nizama. I'm going to show you a few features of this building so that you can see it. They had a main entrance right here with pillars on each side. There's two sets of pillars and then another set of pillars above it. This actually, as far as I can tell, has 3 floors. The first floor is very, very high, maybe 14, 15 feet high. Second floor is about 12 feet. And the third floor is, like I said, the shortened floor so that they could do it for taxes. Now, there's no reason why they needed to do it here, I don't think. Of course, you know, I'm not Napoleon. Maybe he did it. One of the things that the older buildings almost always had is some sort of ventilation in the top of the building to allow heat out. One of the things that's missing a lot from the... So they've got this small thing. I think they added a set of steps later, because you can see that there was like a window area here. I'm not sure exactly how they did this, and hopefully somebody can explain it to me. So you got 3 floors here, and in a way I was told that the lower floor was a restaurant and the upper stairs was a hotel. But this is like gossip. There is nobody here that conclusively talks with authority that I can find so far. But that's kind of what I'm trying to do here, is I'm trying to beat the bushes and try to get people to tell me what's going on. Now, this door back here looks like they added it later. And what's interesting is there's steel there. So we should be able, I guess, to be able to tell the age of a building by the amount of steel that's in it. Now, whether they added it later or they, you know, but you can see this bar coming out of the wall. And I think what happened was a lot of these buildings were quite unique buildings and quite special buildings. And then as time went on, they just made them into warehouses. You can see some plumbing that's there. So the question is in 1850, 1893 or whatever, did they have plumbing like this? Can you see that? So these are all telltale signs as to the history of this building, and hopefully, oh, I can see some clay bricks on the backside. Now I suspect if you look here, this is a smooth column, while over here is more of a concrete block. So here, maybe this rear end of the building was actually added later. It's the fun part about looking at these buildings is they're never the way they were originally built. So trying to decipher the story is difficult. I'll try to not. These guys get kind of annoyed when you. There's a guy that uses this to sell, I think, like this hand-woven cloth. But this here again is one of the interlocking blocks they have here. Is on the corner, and it's quite a beautiful building. On the other side is that a lot of people would say it's about ready to fall down. So, well, this is Andy Graham of my Grand Bassam trying to explain to you one of the World Heritage Sites. This is Grand Bassam is in Ivory Coast. The correct name is Cote. They speak French as their franca lingua here, and so I need to speak French and a local tribal language and a different combination of things to try to suss out the truth on these things. Hopefully somebody could get on my page and write the contact thing and tell me more stories. If you do, please make sure you point it towards some kind of references, because gossip is a mile a minute around here. Okay, Andy, my Grand Bassam, one of the historical buildings in Grand Bassam. I'm in the Cote, France, Cote d'Ivoire.